Hello guys, JWTifa here, and we are recording a speed build for the first time in like forever, and now is a really bad time to be adjusting my mic, but you know. So, yes, you will notice that there is a foundation already in play. I should probably tell you what we're building to start off with. Okay, so this is a building for my Not So Berry Legacy Challenge that you guys probably watch, and if you don't watch it, then you definitely should watch it, and then the build will make a lot more sense. Well, actually, scratch. The build is perfectly simple, something that you could use for anything, not just the Not So Berry Legacy Challenge. I don't know why I tried to restrict it to the Not So Berry Legacy Challenge only, but it is in my Not So Berry Legacy Challenge world. It is where my Mint generation, my first sim, is going to get married to her beloved fiance. So I really got in the sense of like building. I really wanted to build, and when we went, my husband and my family went to this little vacation to the beach here recently. And when I'm at the beach, for some reason, when I start looking at things and looking at houses, and I'm always like, man, I really want to build. And of course, I got back from the beach and I was in the total zone to build. So that's what I'm doing. Well, this is a wedding chapel per se. You know, as close to chapels or whatever as you can get in The Sims 4. I didn't really want to call it like a wedding. I guess I could have just said wedding venue. I just stuck the chapel on the end of it because that seemed the most appropriate thing to call it, because it does have that chapelish kind of look. And actually, I saw a very cute wedding chapel on our way back home from the beach, and this one is kind of like literally stylized after that one. It's like a different color and kind of a different outside structure or whatever, but I really did get a lot of inspiration for the build off of that. And as you can see, I am like struggling with windows, so you guys get to see that. And this is a long build, but let me tell you why it is so long. It is super long simply because it took me forever to find like furniture and stuff. Like I was just going through furniture trying to figure out what looked good and what I thought would look appropriate for a wedding kind of venue. This is a generic venue, by the way. I thought about doing a park, but then I was like, it's not a park. And I put it on such a small lot. Like, I think this is this a 20 by 15 lot? I think it is. Yeah, so it's really small. There's like no room. And because of that, I was like, I'm going to just do it generic. The only thing that this lot would be any use to you guys for is as a wedding venue. So I mean, I want you to download it if you want it. And I definitely think that, you should definitely try it out and see if you like it. But at the same time, if you're hoping to download it for like other reasons that, you think that your Sims will have fun here or that it'll be a nice nightclub or anything, no, there's none of that. You could change it up, definitely. But as it stands, it is strictly only useful for weddings. There is a kitchen in it though, so that's exciting. It is not up on the gallery as of right now while I'm recording this, but when I upload this video, which will probably be today because I am just so excited. Like, yes, it's going to take me pretty much all day to edit it, but I'm so excited. I've had this thing built for like 3 or 4 days now, and I've been excited to do the voiceover, and it's just been taking me forever. So at this point, I'm just kind of like, I'm going to upload it, and I'm going to get it out there on the gallery for you guys. So after I upload the video, I will upload it to the gallery, and you can download it under my origin ID is JWTifa, and I will also link my origin ID is in my description like it normally is for all of my videos. Yes, back to why it's the foundation was already built. Well, I am not a very good builder. If you go to my YouTube channel, you will see that I only have one build, and that is the Mint Gardens build, the house that I did for my Not So Berry Legacy Challenge for the first gen. I went ahead and built her house. I felt really confident about that build. This one, not so confident about it, and it takes me forever to do layouts and stuff. Like when I did the if you do want to watch another build by me, You can totally watch the Mint Garden speed build. That one is like completely start from scratch. Like you see me do the foundation, everything. But that house was very simple. Very boxy shaped. Very like four rooms all together. Like it wasn't complicated at all. I'm working my way up. I'm trying to do more builds, more difficult builds as I go along because I love building, but I'm not very good at it, and I like watching other people build and learning tricks and stuff, and then I like to try them out myself. So for this one, as you can see, since the video was already 28 minutes long, I totally did not include any of the foundation building in my final product because it took way too long. You'll also notice that like the outside paint and layouts and all that stuff I completely did. Like that was already all done. So everything that you guys are going to get to see is like me right here now. As you notice, we're still outside. It has literally been 5 minutes in, almost 6 minutes in, and we're still working on that side because I'm just like, what are all these stuffs? Like I've never seen some of them. And some of the vampire stuff is like claiming it's still new for me and stuff, so I haven't actually like seen a lot of it. So yes, those balloons, I really like them and I really thought it would be kind of cool, but I do get rid of them because it's kind of cheesy and tacky, and at the same time I end up having to add in lights because I completely forgot lights, guys, completely. So I did end up going back in and saying, oh no, these balloons are gonna have to go, and I put lights where the balloons are. I really like this spot because I thought, oh, this would be cute to take, like, pictures of the, like, before you go into the wedding kind of thing. Really what I want, you know, we all download these really awesome, nice lots because what we want is good screenshots. That is where everything falls into play. It doesn't really matter how fantastic my build is. As long as the screenshots are pretty, then I am happy. So I am looking for signs because I really want something that's kind of like advertising, I guess, that's the chapel and stuff. And so if you see me, I'm literally just going through like all the decorations, like what can I use that will make it look like a wedding chapel. I end up going with one of those generic signs that like hang on the wall from Dine Out, but I really wanted something like you see that I'm playing with now. I really wanted more of like the on the ground with letterings on it kind of sign, and I just couldn't find anything that really worked well with everything. Yes, so anyway, while you continue to watch me struggle to find this sign, by the way, I really liked, but it was from Get to Work, and it has that huge like sheriff star or whatever on it. I almost broke down and used it anyway because I mean, look, the language is in Simlish. Who cares if there's a star on it? It was so fitting and cute. It made, you know, it was like one of those that you would put off to the side and it'd be like, oh yeah, it says some such and such wedding chapel, which you can see that I wasn't even really creative in the name. I named it the Old Style Wedding Chapel, and that is still its name. And that is probably going to continue to be its name because I can't even be bothered to come up with anything really fancy. And yeah, I put those signs on the second and third floors, if you even want to call them that. Quick disclosure, I get rid of those lights, by the way, too. I thought they looked cute, but they aren't even lights. My bad. Decorations. I wanted them to light up, and they didn't light up. And then I ended up putting the sign where they're at, so they're no longer there. The second and third floor, to go back to my disclosure, are not anything. Like, I actually get rid of the floors for the entrance part, so that you can see the like huge chandelier that's hanging down from the top, the third floor or whatever. So they're literally there just for looks, because a lot of the times when you see chapels and stuff, they're like super tall and they have huge roofs, but they're not really like, they could easily be a second or third floor, but they're not. So I was kind of trying to go for that layout. I'm sure there's a lot easier way to make it look, I don't know, more realistic, I guess, but I just went ahead and I did the second and third floors, and then I got rid of the flooring part of them to make them really look like a typical wedding chapel. Now I'm putting lights around the little thing. I don't know what that's called. It's like something you would see in a garden that has like hanging stuff on it, I guess. Now I'm trying to figure out a street light that looks cute, but I don't think, yeah, I think I just ended up going, okay, no, this isn't happening. Sorry, I'm so tired. I took a nap today too, which is probably the worst, but it's been super rainy. In fact, I was trying to record this a little bit earlier, but it was thundering really loud and like the rain was pouring and it's just been nasty. So yeah, that was me trying to salvage the balloons and I was like, nope, not even worth it. But yeah, I probably will not talk for the whole 28 minutes because Lord knows. Actually, this is a good time for me to just ramble though, like I try to do when I'm recording my Let's Plays, and I'm like, no, I need to talk about what we're doing. Or like the worst part is I'll pause and talk forever, and the game won't even run because I'm just like, I don't want to miss anything, but I have to say things, so I'll pause the game, and then like I try not to do that because a lot of the times what they're doing is like takes forever anyway. Like they're talking to someone, and I'm sitting there with it paused when they could be doing that. So I'm working on it. It's a learning process. Yes, it wasn't intentional that I end up using which I think I tried to use something different at first. Yeah, see, I didn't really like the way that looked. And then I end up using, as you see, the house next to us to the left, the one that's already built. That I downloaded this off the gallery, by the way. I didn't, not the one I'm building, the one next to it. The house to the left, I downloaded off the gallery. So I didn't build that one, but I happened to use the same cobblestone that this person used for their house, and I didn't even realize it until after I had recorded it or after I had built it, and I was looking at my video, and I was like, wait, that's the same cobblestone. And I think it looks kind of cute now because it's kind of like matchy, like the house matches like the chapel. The Not So Berry Legacy, that I'm doing it in Newcrest, and so all of my buildings that I've placed that I've downloaded off the gallery that I've built are in Newcrest. And a lot of them look kind of similar. Like, it's kind of weird because I look back at it and I'm like, wow, clearly my taste. You can tell that my taste is very generically the same. So yeah, I do put the chandelier on the 3rd floor, and then I get rid of this one. I don't think I removed the floors just yet. I think that's like a later thing. Now I'm trying to figure out what lights are going to look good and all the other things. I love I guess they're still chandeliers, right? The ones that are in the altar room, I guess is what you can call it, where there's actually going to be the wedding arch. It's not in there yet, but it will be. I love that light path. I think that would be just so pretty to be walking down that aisle into the wedding arch. So yeah, I think this is really cute. No, there's no wallpaper or flooring down yet. I will get to it, I promise. I love that little what is that? I don't remember what it's called, but it's like, it's just an open book. It came with the vampire. Is it a game pack or a stuff pack? It's a game pack. Okay. It came with the vampire game pack. A lot of the stuff in this build, I think, comes from the vampire game pack. I actually really like what came in that. Like, that's got to be my favorite thing to build with, is the vampire game pack and the get together. Now, I love city living. I just kicked the whole desk and everything shook, and I don't know if that's going to affect the audio at all. It might. What was I saying? Yes, city living. City living has great items as well, but I can't utilize them very well. Like I said, I'm very boring and bland and, like, I guess kind of like gothic-y, I guess maybe. I like more of the vampire stuff. I feel like I can use it better than I can the city living. Because with city living, it just feels like every time to me, I'm just like, I thought this looked good with this, but it doesn't really look as great as I thought it would. Everything's too colorful and glamorous in that expansion pack for me. Is that an expansion or is that a game? I think that's expansion. I don't know. I can't remember. We'll just call them all game packs. So don't criticize me if I call it a game pack. It's not a game pack. Like, I'm the worst. I will call everything a game pack just because I don't know what else it is. The chair's very small. Like, I didn't realize how small this build was until, like, I got into it and I started building it. But then I was, like, trying to remember, I'm like, how many people actually sit at any of the weddings that my Sims do? None. almost never do they sit and watch them get married. But the chairs are there for aesthetic purposes. I like the little bench and chair at the back too, in case anyone, comes in late and they want to, still seat or whatever. Actually, a lot of the churches and stuff that I've been to where I've seen people get married will have like benches and stuff in the back, specifically in case, I guess, people come in late, or if you don't want to sit up that close to everything that was going on. The wedding I recently went to, I sat like in the very back row because I love weddings, but I'm the most awkward person ever because I try to avoid eye contact and everything. Like, I don't want to talk to anyone. I just want to enjoy the wedding, and then I want to, get up and go. That's just, I love it. Don't want to be a part of it. Okay, so now I'm getting rid of the floor. Ooh, the wedding arch is blue, kind of minty, because she is my mint generation. Mint is her color scheme. You could change the colors to whatever you want to. In fact, when I was, which I think this is off camera, but I tried to do some red flowers and roses and stuff earlier when I was building it, and I thought it looked really pretty like that, but then I was like, that's not her style. She's the mint generation. She's the mint queen. Come on. And I think that you would probably say that's actually blue, but as I've already stated several times in my legacy challenge, I am not very good with descriptions of colors. Mint to me looks like a bluish green. And sometimes it looks more blue than green. So I'm that to me is mint. And I thought that I added the carpet. It's just carpet, but I added it to make it look like it was a runway kind of thing, but it's blue too, and I think that it's really pretty. It's like a vintage color. Okay, so I spend forever, guys, trying to figure out what I can put that lamp on, and then I was so frustrated because I was like, why won't this lamp go on anything? Well, I think the lamp is supposed to sit on the floor, now I think about it, because it's one of those, it's under the floor lamps, which means if it's under the floor lamps, it's supposed to be a floor lamp, right? Anyway, I finally found this counter, and I was like, oh, this is so awesome. It lights up, and it looks like something you would see kind of in a church altar-ish kind of way, I was thinking. I do like the candle lights in the cage, too. I think that's so cool. It looks very typical what you would see in a normal kind of chapel area. At least that's how I feel. Wow, I have been talking for 17 minutes. I am actually proud of myself. Oh, okay, yes. Real quick, you probably noticed it seemed like a lot of stuff skipped. In fact, if you look now, you'll see that there's stuff on the table, the floor plan's all in, and the wallpaper's in. Yes, I did do that off camera because it was a struggle. Actually, the tile floors did not take me that long. I think those are the second or third ones I picked out, and I was like, oh, these look really cute. Obviously, you want to go with something kind of simple for a chapel. Or at least that's how I felt. I was like, nothing too intricate. Not that it matters. I mean, we can spend as much money as we want, right? Because it's just a lot that people visit. That is so hard for me, by the way. The whole time I was building this, sometimes I was like, oh, we got to use this because it's cheap. And then I was like, wait, no, we don't. Right now, I'm using the cheap toilets, which really the toilets is just kind of I don't really like anything else. And I feel like we should just go with simple. I want to save that window. I don't think I actually do. I just get rid of it. It's fine though, because the bathroom is actually made, it has 3 bathrooms in it, or 3 toilets in it, and there's no room though. Literally there's wall, door, toilet. But think about it, it's if you were using a stall. By the way, I miss stalls. Why have they not re-added stalls yet? Because I feel like stalls were definitely something that we could use in The Sims 4. So, here I am putting in toilets. It's kind of creepy and dark and shifty in there. Yes, that door went the wrong way, but it's okay. I fix it. There's, no decorations in the bathroom. There's just lights and stuff. I don't know why this build just took me so long. Like I said, it was mostly, me going around, and I was just literally looking through everything. It was I've never built anything before. I'd never opened up these packs or anything. It was what are all these items? Anyway, I also have another build that I've been talking about doing in my Not So Berry Legacy Challenge forever. I know you guys are tired of hearing about it. I've built the Rose Generation house called Rose Point, and it is done. It is even on the gallery list. So if you want to download it, it is already on the gallery. But I do not have the speed build up. I am working on it. So don't be offended when you see this before you see Rose Point, because I know that this was like, I think I posted on Twitter. Oh, I'm working on the kitchen right now, by the way, in case you guys are like, what are you doing? So yeah, as you can see now, I'm finally getting them. Like, I don't have to use the cheap stove and the cheap fridge. Like, I can use the expensive ones. Because why not? So, if you forget to bring the cake to the wedding, no fear, you have a kitchen in the chapel. Lots of chapel places, which maybe not the chapel itself, but like the recreational places that they'll have where you can have your reception stuff, will have kitchens in them so that you can cook and stuff in there instead of having to bring all your food and stuff. So, that's what I recreated here. Because as you can see, it's really weird. There's like the entrance room that has like just the random assortment of junk that I threw in it, like lights, and then the little table that has like a quill pen and stuff on it, and I think I put a bunch of books there to make it look like you would sign your name there for if you were going to the wedding, right? Then it has a kitchen, and then you walk into the weird entrance before you actually go into the altar room. And I had no idea what to put in this entrance room. So as you can see, it's completely barren except for this book right now that is like turned open. I am going to add some stuff to it, but at the time it's just like, I have no idea what to do with this. And then you enter the altar room. But from the like little weird entrancey room, you can go into the kitchen. But then you have to go all the way back to the altar to go into the bathroom, which is fine. I mean, the only people that are really going to be paying attention to the wedding anyway is you. So, I really like the kitchen. I think the kitchen turned out really cute. Like, this is something I would like to have just in my Sims house or whatever. So, as you can see, I still haven't done anything here. I did add the outside doors, because the whole time I was like, we need a better way to get to the back. Because I do add some stuff to the back. Oh, yeah, I'm about to do that right now, actually. Like, I add a speaker, and some tables and stuff for, like, eating. Because if you're going to eat, you're going to do it outside, because there's obviously no room to do it on the inside. But it's okay. It's a good thing that the weather in The Sims 4 is always perfect right now. Although, praying for seasons, to be honest. Love seasons. Seasons made The Sims 2 and The Sims 3. It was like seasons and pets. And University Life made everything for me. Like, after those 3 packs, I was like, okay, that's fine. If you don't come out with anything else, I will be perfectly happy. So it does bother me to a great deal. And I think I talked about this in my last speed, but I don't know why I was going on this tangent. But it does bother me a great deal that we don't have pets or seasons by now. But it's okay. One day at a time. I add a grill. I get rid of it. So if you're getting attached to it, I'm just going to let you know right now that we do not keep it. Because I actually end up replacing it and adding a bar. Because then later I start thinking, because Tifa's smart, right? So I start thinking, I'm like, okay, so what do you need for your actual parties? And then I was like, weddings always ask you to drink like 3 drinks or mix 3 drinks or something like that. And then I was like, well, this seems kind of weird. I'm putting a bar at the end of the chapel. But then again, it's okay. We don't have strict religion guidelines in The Sims 4. So there is a bar here. The grill is taking over the bar. The bar is like one of those small, cheap ones. And it has like 2 seats. Or 2 bar stools or whatever, but it's okay because your sim can take your drink to the little cute seating area. I really was proud of how the outside ended up looking, even though it was kind of simple and I just kind of spruced out some plants and stuff around it, but I think it turned out really cute and I was really proud of my building moment for once. That table that is kind of like, you're over there thinking, why is it all alone? You didn't put any chairs there, Jess. What are you doing? Okay, so it is all by itself so that you can put your wedding cake over it. And that, you'll have your cute little wedding cake and your sis will go cut it and everything and use it. Anyway, back to my original tangent. I can't keep my ideas straight, guys. So yes, as you can see, I'm now obsessed with that table and I'm using it everywhere. I probably will start using it a lot, to be honest with you, because I completely forgot it was even there and I love it. Anyway, so this will be uploaded before Rose Point, yes, but only because my sim is getting married like in the next part. We're not moving to Rose Point. Even within the next 3 or 4 parts, to be honest. We're like 40,000 short from affording that house that I built. So at this time, I'm just like, this is what we're staying in. This is more important for me to finish and get uploaded because my sim is getting married soon. Like, I've been waiting to upload this so that my sim can actually get married because honestly, I've been stalling for time. I was gonna have her get married before she even had Emmett, but then I was like, no, we gotta do it. So yeah, you see I put some red flowers in here. I thought it was really pretty, but then later I was like, man, maybe I should change them to like a mini color. Mint. Did I say mini? Wow. Minty color. And I might change them later. For the time though, I'm just like, they're pretty, they're okay. Like, yes, she likes mint, and I have this thing about white. Most people like dark neutral colors, and then like any build you see from me, it's like, what is wrong with you? And I guess because I think just white looks so good with mint. Like if you watch Mint Gardens, the living room is like, the couch is white, the table's white, the TV stand's white, everything's white, the kitchen, the counters are white, the fridge is white. Everything's white except her bathroom, which is like, has a lot of blue. And I love these paintings, by the way. I'm very upset that there are only 3 different types. Like, as I was doing this, you can see, like, I'm trying to look through and I'm thinking maybe there's more. And then finally I'm like, okay, let's see. How do I like them positioned? Because I think they look so pretty there. Guys, I already told you, I had no idea what to put in this room. No idea. I think that one's really pretty, but I don't know if that was actually part of the theme and it was supposed to go to it. So I put a chair in here because I'm like, I don't know what else to put. I think I add another one of those counters, and then I find this cute sign, guys, and I'll tell you about it when I find it. Because I think I ended up passing this sign like 100 times. I added a drink tray that came with the spa game pack. And I think that was very fitting. Like, if you were to go to a wedding, most of the time they do have drinks that are kind of like laying out for you and stuff before the actual wedding starts. So I was like, I think that was cool. Yeah, and as you can see, I'm already exhausted my options of decoration. That is what I feel like I struggled the most in. Oh, here's the sign. Oh, wait, no. Is that? No, I don't think that is. Maybe it is. Maybe I go back to, we'll find out. But yeah, building the outside is hard for me. I am really bad at the layout, but once I get a layout I like, I feel like it turns out really good. It just takes forever. But when it comes to like filling in and decorate, this is the sign I choose. That's right. Because look at this. Look at that. It's got a rose on it. I didn't even notice that. Like, I think when I had passed it 100 times, and you see I'm looking through all the decorations real quick, but I settled on the white one, which is fine because I think the white looks way prettier. But I was looking at it and I was thinking, wow, this thing is really pretty. Oh my goodness, we are running out of time. I am just rambling. Anyway, I was looking at it and I was thinking, oh, it's so pretty, but it's about food. And then I found the rose one and I was like, you're crazy, Jess. Okay, anyway, I'm going to wrap this part up here. Leave a like if you enjoyed this speed build. Look forward to more speed builds from me in the future because I really do enjoy them. And I did add some screenshots, so you will be seeing those guys at the end. I will see you guys in the next Not So Very Legacy Challenge or next speed build. So, bye!